Start koro ne?
We are in the start. All the best.
নমস্কাৰ, শুভ সন্ধ্যা। এনাজৰীৰ আজিৰ পশু কল্যাণ শিতানলৈ আপোনালোক সকলোকে জনাইছো উষ্ম আদৰণি। আমি প্ৰত্যেক দিনাই এই শিতানতো পশু সম্বন্ধীয় এটা নতুন বিষয় লৈ এগৰাকী নতুন বক্তাৰ সৈতে আপোনালোকৰ কাষ চাপো। আৰু আজি আমি আলোচনা কৰিবলৈ লোৱা বিষয়টো হৈছে how an animal emotional state is important to be taken care of। আৰু এই সন্দৰ্ভত বিশদভাৱে আলোচনা কৰিবলৈ আমাৰ মাজত উপস্থিত আছে ডক্টৰ অপৰ্ণা ৰয় বাইদেউ। বাইদেউ, আপোনাক এই অনুষ্ঠানটিলৈ জনাইছো উষ্ম আদৰণি।
Thank you so much. Good evening.
গুড ইভিনিং। অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ মাজলৈ যোৱাৰ আগতে যিসকলে আজি এনাজৰী নতুনকৈ চাই আছে তেখেতসকলৰ বাবে এনাজৰী কি হয় তাৰ এক আভাস দাঙি ধৰো। এনাজৰী, যাৰ অৰ্থ হৈছে এক বান্ধোন। এই বান্ধোন হৈছে নিজ মাতৃভূমিৰ প্ৰতি থকা নিভাঁজ ভালপোৱাৰ এক নিবিড় বান্ধোন। 2018 চনত মাননীয় মিলিন্দ দত্ত ডাঙৰীয়াই এই বেচৰকাৰী সংস্থাটো প্ৰতিষ্ঠা কৰে, যাৰ উদ্দেশ্য হৈছে সমাজৰ সেইসকল ব্যক্তিক আপোনালোকৰ আগত পৰিচয় কৰাই দিয়া যিয়ে নিজ কৰ্মৰে প্ৰতিভা সাধনা আৰু কঠোৰ অধ্যৱসায়ৰ বলত নিজৰ এক স্বকীয় পৰিচয় গঢ়িবলৈ সক্ষম হোৱাৰ লগতে মাতৃভূমি তথা সমাজখনক উন্নতিৰ সোপানত আগুৱাই লৈ যোৱাত এক বৰঙণি আগবঢ়াইছে। সেই আদৰ্শ ব্যক্তিসকল সমাজৰ বহুজনৰ বাবে অনন্ত প্ৰেৰণাৰ উৎস, যিয়ে সংস্কাৰমুখী চেতনাৰে আলোড়িত কৰিছে সমগ্ৰ মানৱ সমাজ। আৰু তেনে এগৰাকী ব্যক্তিৰ সৈতে আজি আপোনালোকৰ কাষ চাপিছোহি। তেখেতৰ এক খুব চমু পৰিচয় দিবলৈ আগবাঢ়িছো। Dr. Aporna Roy is a dentist professionally. She is also a member of Sporkha Touch the Animal. Sporkha Touch the Animal is a team working for the betterment of injured street animal, starting feeding, on the spot treatment, rescue, etc. It was formed in the month of September 2018. They also run a small shelter home to keep injured babies. Till today, they have rescued more than 2,000 animals. এইটো এটা খুব চমু পৰিচয়। বাইদেউৰ পৰা আমি পোনে পোনেই তেওঁৰ বিষয়ে আৰু জানিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰিম। এগৰাকী দন্ত চিকিৎসক হিচাপে আৰু পেছাত আৰু এগৰাকী এনিমেল এক্টিভিষ্ট হিচাপে তেওঁ কেনেকৈ আগবাঢ়ি গৈছে আৰু কেনেকৈ নিজৰ সময়খিনি মিলাব পাৰিছে।
I think I have been taking care of animals ever since I remember, ever since childhood, maybe 6th, 7th standard. তেতিয়া মানে ইমানো এনজিঅ নাছিলে ইয়াত শিলচৰত। ইমান মানে মানুহবোৰ মোক পাগল চাগল কৈ আছিলে, she is mad girl and she is taking this street dogs and cats to end this veterinary and all that. So this was there. I always had that thing inside me. If I saw something in distress, some animal or maybe some human, so that was there. For human, there used to be people, but for animals no one would come. There's a dog, maybe some car ran over or some scooty or bike ran over, no one would come. So I was there, and then eventually I studied, and then I pursued my profession. And in 2019 I was randomly going through if there is any organization, because I wanted to create bigger impact. In the sense, when you are alone, you cannot help as much as you want to, because your resources are limited, your ideas, wisdom, everything is limited. But when you join hands with people, then the scopes are bigger, and you will get to see more experienced people in one way, and then you will get to share your experience with other people. So I got to know about Sportshow in 2019, and I joined, and thereafter it has been a awesome journey with these babies every time. So because being in this profession, I don't get to do field work as much as possible, but the thing is that every weekend I try to make it a point that I am there for this babies, and whenever it's needed, like we get calls, we get distress calls, like someone is hit or someone is injured. So if I am available at that time, I go. And then there are a lot of, I think 14-15 animals at my own place. So there is currently a paralyzed dog, hind legs are paralyzed. And then there are cats. In between, I had a cow also at my place. So I keep it in my place and I treat them as long as they are not ready to go back to their habitat. That's the thing.
জানি খুব ভাল লাগিল আমি পোনে পোনে আমি বিষয়টো লৈ আগবাঢ়িব বিচাৰিছো যিহেতু আমি 6:30 অহাৰ কথা আছিল কিন্তু কাৰিকৰী অসুবিধাৰ বাবে অকণমান আমাৰ পলমেই হৈছে আমি যেহেতু জানো যে মানুহ এগৰাকী বা মানুহে যেতিয়া মানসিকভাৱে চাপত থাকে বা নিসংগ অনুভৱ কৰে তেওঁলোক অকলশৰীয়া হৈ থাকে তেতিয়া তেখেতসকলৰ মানসিক স্বাস্থ্যৰ যতন ল'বলৈ সুবিধা আছে বা মানুহে এতিয়া খুব বেছি জানে আৰু সেই তেনেকুৱা সময়ত জীৱ-জন্তুৱে মানুহৰ লগ দিয়ে বা সংগী দিয়ে কিন্তু আমি এইটো কথা কেতিয়াবা উপেক্ষা কৰো নেকি বা ইগনোৰ হয় নেকি যে জীৱ-জন্তুবোৰ পশু-পক্ষীবোৰ এনিমেলছৰো এটা মেণ্টেল হেলথ আছে এইটো বিষয়ে বহুত বেছি সজাগ নহয় গতিকে ইয়াৰ ইম্পৰ্টেন্স খিনি বিষয়ে আজি আপোনাৰ পৰা জানিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰিম মানুহে কেনেদৰে যেতিয়া এটা এনিমেল এটা জীৱ এটা জন্তু যেতিয়া মানসিকভাৱে ভাগি পৰে তেনে সেই সময়ত এগৰাকী মানুহ হিচাপে কেনেকৈ মানে এইখিনি ট্ৰিট কৰিব পাৰি
This is very true, the fact you have said, because they also have emotions, they have these feelings, but more than often itu mane ignored topic eta mane animal hoy eta mane mekuri hoy eta dog hoy kiba emotion hobo aru mane hode mane kune patta satta ni diye so the thing is that humans at least can talk, they can cry, they can show their anger and everything and somehow they can express, but animals do cry but they are not seen. So for animals
আপুনি মিউট হয়
yeah so what I was talking, yeah, they have their this mental health issues as well. For an example, if I tell you how it will be triggered or sometimes it gets triggered, so there are street animals at a certain place, we have our homes, so likewise they make their homes in a certain place. Sometimes what we do, we just take them, we relocate them to an entirely different new habitat without taking care of their how they will be fed or anything, if they will be attacked by other animals or the pets from those localities. So we don't take notice of these things, we just and this is, I think I heard from one of my friend, she was telling in Goa it is very common that people will take puppies from one beach and then they will play with it for the whole day and then they will leave it in another beach. So in this way you are changing the entire this habitat of this little baby. So they are in distress, they will think, where I have come, how am I supposed to feed myself? Already their life is full of struggles, they create a thing for themselves and usme se bhi you are changing it. So there will be emotion and then people complain about there is a dog suddenly came and it's biting. Why it is biting? Because it is in distress. Then another thing is like people always, I have seen a tendency, like the parents when they go with their toddlers, they see a cat or a dog, chi stone, they will throw stones at those, and the child, he develops that mentality, it is something which we should shoo away. So for an example, a dog is innocent, it does not know how to bite or it should bite or not. The thing is that it's normal, it is innocent the first day, it gets bitten, the first day it gets hurt by a human being, second day, third day, fourth, fifth day it will lose trust over the human beings, and then they will be like, oh, I see a human, they're bad to me, I should bite them. So this is how we are triggering their emotional or mental level. Then this sense of abandonment, people they adopt, and then till their puppies they will play with them because they are apparently cute till their puppies. When they grow up, their needs changes, they don't look same, their needs changes, they go through a lot of phases and maybe sometimes shedding. And I have really gone through cases where people think when their dogs are shedding or something, they have become sick, they will just abandon. Why should I keep it anymore at my home? It is shedding so much. Yeah, it is sick, it will make others sick. So there are a lot of things which we had a like case like that. Someone abandoned a GSD because it was shedding so badly. So they were like, okay, we need not. If you want to keep, you can keep. Otherwise, we are not keeping it. You will come across a lot of this, breeds also, the streeties as well and breeds as well. People will abandon. So that's the thing.
এতিয়া আমি এনেকুৱা হয় নেকি যে মানুহৰ ব্যৱহাৰে the behavior of people can affect the mental and physical health of the animals?
Yeah, definitely. So there are people I've come across, like when they get drunk, they misbehave with people and they misbehave with the animal as well. They are pet animals, for an example. Now the pet animal does not know what is happening, so it will be in distress. Why he is hitting me or why he is shouting at me? Like this shouting and everything, this all affects these animals. People don't understand this, but animals are very much affected by loud noises or anything. So like these things are very frequent. I have a bad temper, like I am drunk and I will abuse my animal along with my family. And then this sense of abandonment I was telling you, you take an animal, okay, you are somewhere, you are in a big city, for an example, or you are working there. I have seen people like this, okay, they have adopted a dog and they keep it till the time they're here, and then they get transferred somewhere. So before adopting, you should think of the possibilities that one day you might get transferred and you might have to take it with. Are you ready to? Or if not, what is the substitute, or how you will do it? So these are the things. Of course, human beings, they do trigger their emotional health, mental health, and sometimes with love and care they change. If they are not, if they're left in that condition, they become aggressive, sometimes violent also. Sometimes they will be opposite of that. They won't eat at all. They won't bark, growl, anything. They won't even talk to people or whoever is trying to take care of them. So these are like the reactions you could see.
গতিকে জীৱ জন্তুৰ মানসিক স্বাস্থ্যৰ গুৰুত্ব যথেষ্ট আছে আৰু যেতিয়া এনিমেল suffered mental health, তেতিয়া কেনেকৈ ডিল কৰি মানুহগৰাকী এজ এ এনিমেল এক্টিভিষ্ট বা এজন, যদি আপোনালোকৰ ঘৰতে বা আমাৰ ঘৰতে এটা মেকুৰী আছে, কুকুৰ আছে, তেওঁ বা সেই মেকুৰী বা কুকুৰটোৱে তেওঁ যে মানসিক স্বাস্থ্যত বা তেওঁ হতাশাত ভুগি আছে, সেইখিনি আমি কেনেকে গম পাম? মানে বিহেভিয়াৰটো, এনিমেল বিহেভিয়াৰটো আমি কেনেকে মানে জানিম?
বিহেভিয়াৰটো চেঞ্জ হ'ব। ফাৰ্ষ্ট থিং, আপুনি এটা মানে ডিফাৰেণ্ট ফুড হেবিট এটা মানে নোটিস কৰিবা। ইয়াতো ইট ইজ অভাৰ ইটিং, yeah, it is under eating. So you will definitely recognize that, right? The pattern. Mostly they are not eating when they are in distress. They will not eat. Secondly, like how do I say? There will be usually dogs or cats when they are relaxed in an environment. They will sleep with their arms and everything open. They will sleep very peacefully. If they sense a sense of that they're not safe here or something is bothering them, so they'll be how to say, like they won't wag their tails. Their tails will be always down. For the dogs, the tails will be always down. They will try to hide their tail away from you as much as possible. They won't lick you. These things will say. They'll sit at a corner. They will try to find a corner. For an example, in Diwali, mostly, if you get to know, the dog owners mostly, I think they will see this because my dog shows this behavior. So when the sounds and everything, pataka vataka, everything this comes up, it will go in beneath the bed. It will try to hide. So this is another behavior. So I know that it's not comfortable with the sound and loud noises of the crackers and everything. So this is how you sense this. Especially the food is this food habit changes. It will not eat. It will not make any noise. Even if it is hungry, it will not come to you. So these are the things. Even for the cats, it's more or less similar.
কেতিয়াবা এনেকুৱা হয় নেকি যে এজ এ এনিমেল এক্টিভিষ্ট আপুনি তেওঁলোকৰ মানে পশু পক্ষীবোৰৰ শাৰীৰিক স্বাস্থ্যটো, ফিজিকেল হেল্থৰ ঠাইত মেণ্টেল হেল্থটো কেতিয়াবা গুৰুত্ব দিয়া নহয় নেকি? মানে কেতিয়াবা পিছ পৰি ৰয় নেকি সেইটো ক্ষেত্ৰত?
It happens very often. Like I said, people don't think of. Matlab, I'm not talking about everyone here. I'm talking about a section of people who think like there is another group of people I'd like to give examples of. They think they're just for the sake of guarding. Okay, so I know a place where they keep the dog, and from morning to evening, especially night, from morning to till 10 p.m. it is tied. Okay, and at 10 p.m. they will release the dog when their gates are shut. So it is, so his basic purpose in life is just guarding their house. So these people, they don't care about how the dog is feeling. Summer, winter, day, night, it is in the same corner, locked up, chained up. So what can you tell about these people? They don't give a thing about this. What is the mental health of the most importantly, because I have seen that they feel humans are an entirely different thing, which can only feel and which have emotions. Dogs, cats, cows, goats, anything, they don't have emotions. And sometimes they're like, we are feeding them itself is a big thing. And this emotion, like this is a very big thing to talk to these people ki how matlab, emotion about the emotional health or about the mental health. They don't give a damn to all these things. The fact that they're feeding, they think that already we are doing a lot of charitable work, or like a big thing we are doing by feeding them. So like the example I said, a lot of people I have seen, their dogs are being chained for these long hours and just kept, and they're just released when it is needed for guarding. And as a result, this kind of dogs, they become very aggressive because they kind of hate everything. The moment they release, they want to bite off everything, chew off everything. Why? Because एक इंसान को भी आप रखोगे, है ना, he will also behave the same way. You keep him chained for 24/7, 365 days, he will already be mad. So what do you expect for the dogs and cats? They will be same.
যেতিয়া এটা জন্তুৱে বা যেতিয়া এটা কুকুৰে এটা মেকুৰীয়ে যেতিয়া মানসিক স্বাস্থ্যত ভাল নহয় বুলি আমি গম পাম, তেতিয়া আমাৰ ট্ৰিটমেণ্টটো তেওঁলোকৰ প্ৰতি কেনেকুৱা হ'ব, মানে আমি কি কৰিব লাগিব আৰু কি কৰিব নালাগে? যেনেকৈ এজন মানুহ যেতিয়া তেখেতৰ যদি জ্বৰ হয়, তেনেকৈ আমি ডক্টৰৰ ওচৰলৈ যাওঁ। যদি আমাৰ তেওঁ হতাশাত ভোগে, ইফ দে আৰ ডিপ্ৰেছন, তেওঁলোক মানসিক স্বাস্থ্যৰ চিকিৎসকৰ ওচৰলৈ যায়। গতিকে জীৱ জন্তুৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত কেনেকুৱা হ'ব, কি কৰিব লাগিব আৰু কি কৰিব নালাগে, কি কৰিলে ভাল হ'ব, খিনি কৈ দিওঁ।
So before that, I'll give you an example of a very extremely aggressive dog. The shelter where I'm working, for sure. So we had gotten a call from someone ki at the dog ase aggressive ase, apuni loi jao or will release it to streets. So anyway, it was very bad. So we had to rush to the spot and rescue. And in the meantime, during the rescue process, I think it had bitten 3 or 4 people from our group very badly. So it was that aggressive. So 3 months in our shelter it was there. So initially it was very difficult to even go near him. But we started. And some of the people, they said it is maybe an impossible task. But like a lot of us, we did not give up on him or give up on her, Snoopy. So eventually, after 3 months, if you meet her, she's like the friendliest dog on earth. She'll like snuggle, she will wag her tail, she will lick you, and she'll do everything that a normal dog does. So what we learned from this incident, she was not born to be aggressive. She was made aggressive by some or the other reason. So that is the thing. So like you were saying, if we see an animal or a pet in distress, what are we supposed to do? First, I will tell. So if you see the changed behavior or something, we should we should try to give some more time to that, because ultimately they are also a family. If a person is sick, we give time to them, we give treatment, we try to understand. If you see them sick, or if you you contact the vet or something, if there is any food habit problem, or if you see any emotional health problem. So if you pets love people, honestly I tell you, they love people, and they love someone should be around them. So just the fact that if you spend some more time, extra time with them, you will see a difference in their behavior. Sometimes, because I have so many like cats, and also there are times when maybe a mother cat loses, you know, the this kittens, or somewhere it dies, or maybe, you know, loses somewhere. So at that time they're very emotionally vulnerable. So maybe you can pet and you can spend some time, because they cannot tell how they're feeling, but of course they're feeling bad. And every mother, like in every form, they have this same maybe emotional level or connection to their child. So this could be one thing, we can spend some time with this, and we can try to identify. So like, for an example, if our dog or pet or whoever is scared of something, so we can see the behavior when it is getting distressful, like when it is shouting. So we can see what are the, you know, environmental conditions, like I was telling about Diwali thing. So now I know my dog was scared of this crackers and all that. So similarly, actually the dog currently I have also, so it was shouting some time ago. So I see a lot of people who will be like shutting that down. Why are you shouting? Just chup chup chup, as you know. So like you were telling about what not to do. You're not supposed to shut them down. You're not supposed to shut their emotional needs down. You are supposed to understand what is happening. You're supposed to go there and see, check what is bothering them. If you cannot, if you still cannot find out, maybe you can share your experience that this is happening to so and so, this these things are being done by my, these unfamiliar things are being done by my pet. So does your pet also? Because sometimes it happens, like it is the first time for a lot of us, like my pet has shown this behavior for the first time. So this could be a very normal thing as well. That person can help us, we can share our knowledges, this thing can be done. And we can take this veterinary, of course, what do you say, suggestions and everything, because they know a lot of things. कि अच्छा खाना नहीं खा रहा, या ऐसे noises they are making, so it is the time for their mating. So no, these are very crucial things. They have particular noises which they make when they want to mate, or if there is something wrong, when they are upset, when they are not hungry, or if they have any stomach difficulties, you know, this kind of things are there. So what not to do is, basically I think first thing, you are not supposed to ignore the call. Whatever, if you feel something is different, you're not supposed to ignore, and you're supposed to go and see and check and observe for a few days what is going. That's the thing. Sometimes you need to change the food habits also. There is another thing, maybe if your pet is not eating, your cat or dog or goat or whatever thing you're keeping, your rabbit, it's not eating, you have to maybe change the food habit sometimes and check then if they're fine or not. And of course routine investigations and everything. And for the emotional need, the number one therapy is, I would say, spend time with them. Just spend some good time with them, because it's not that you are healing them, eventually you are also getting healed. Whoever has pets will agree to this. They heal us more than we do.
হয়, মানুহে যেনেকে মনটো বেয়া লাগিলে গান শুনে বা বন্ধুৰ লগত সময় কটায়, ঠিক তেনেদৰে জীৱ জন্তুৰ লগত আমি তেওঁলোকৰ লগত সময় কটোৱাৰ উপৰিও আমি আৰু কি কি কৰিব পাৰো? কাৰণ কেতিয়াবা এনেকুৱা হয়, মই দেখিছো যে এটা কুকুৰ বা এটা মেকুৰী দিনটো যেতিয়া ঘৰত আবদ্ধ হৈ থাকে, মানে তেওঁলোকৰ বিহেভিয়াৰত এটা চেঞ্জ মানে পাও।
So like I was telling again, like human beings, we need refreshment, they also need refreshment. You just cannot think it of as a what do you say, object which you can keep it at home just for showcase purpose. They need to play, especially the dogs are very playful, I tell you, very playful. So for dog behavior, I'll tell, you have to take him around. You know, you cannot just put him in a room and just take him out when he needs to pee and all that, pee and poop. That's not the only thing, you have to play, like balls ase aru kiba kiba bostu ase sob, hai na, which you can use for you have to spend time in the sense, like that's what I was meaning. Okay, I think I get a lot of, I'm getting a lot of questions also, so I'll go to that also. Someone is asking, a lot of people throw stones at when dogs are mating. So this is very bad, I'll tell you, because their internal organs are injured for the lifetime. We see a lot of cases where these are injured for the lifetime, they don't see the consequences. So this is the thing. Anyway, I'll come back to your question. Yeah, we can play with the dogs, and for the cats, they love scratching, they love climbing. So if you have cats or something, so these days, if you don't want your furniture to be damaged or something, I see a lot of goods in the Amazon and all that sites where you get those things, like their playthings. So these things can be done. You can also, like, if you wag something in front of the cat, it will get excited for no reason. So it will be happy. So these are the things you have to play with them. Sometimes you can maybe feed, and sometimes you have to let it, lick and all that. So these are the things you have to do with your pets. So they will feel better. They will feel that, yeah, that person is there for me. I'm not alone.
হয় এইখিনিতে মোৰ এটা প্ৰশ্ন যে যেতিয়া এটা এনিমেল ৱেলফেয়াৰ এছ'চিয়েশ্যন থাকে বা এটা হেৰি থাকে তেতিয়া এগৰাকী এনিমেল এক্টিভিষ্ট হিচাপে তেওঁৰ বিহেভিয়াৰত কি চেঞ্জ আনিব লাগে যাতে তেওঁ সেই এনিমেল খিনিৰ মানে ইমোচনেল কোম্পানী বা তেওঁলোকৰ মেণ্টেল হেল্থত মানে এটা পজিটিভ ইম্পেক্ট আনিব পাৰে যদি কিবা বিহেভিয়াৰেল চেঞ্জেছ লাগে নেকি এগৰাকী এনিমেল এক্টিভিষ্টৰ
Of course, we have to be more calm and patient. We have to understand that, because they at first they don't know our language. We have to create that language. We have to create that bond where I look at him, or it looks at me, and we understand that what it is going through or what it needs. So we have to be patient with this. We have to be calm. Initially, when most of the times when we rescue, they are very aggressive because they don't trust us. So we have to build that bond. We have to build that trust bridge between the pet and the human. This is one thing. Second thing, again, we have to calm with that. And I think thirdly, we have to have some knowledge of their behavior when they're getting irritated, or when they're happy. Like, if you scratch them around neck and everything, they get a little bit happy about it. You give them belly rubs and all that, they feel happy about it. So these are like the behavior. Of course, I did not know it at day one. So eventually, when you are in this and you eventually walk, and there are certain things which you do which will work for them, there are certain things which will not work. Some certain times I'll maybe just pull the tail or something, it will aggravate them, they'll get irritated. Hai na? So it is like, how do I say it, it is more like your own children. You don't know the way at the first day, but eventually you get through it. So as animal activists, the first and foremost thing, I think, we have to be patient. And this is something, because I think this is like, no one can put an injection or tell you or manipulate you to be an activist or something. This is something which comes from within. It's not something someone else decides for you. It's always like you decide for yourself. Because this cannot be, there is no gain, there is no loss kind of thing. You are just ready to be their friends. This is what you decide. And friends do not give up on each other, no matter how weirdly they are acting or behaving. You don't just give up. As I said, you have to be patient with this babies.
হয় আৰু আমি দেখো যে কেতিয়াবা এনেকুৱা হয় বহুদিন ধৰি এটা কুকুৰ বা এটা মেকুৰী যেতিয়া মানুহ এঘৰত থাকে, সেই মানুহ ঘৰৰ আদব কায়দা বা সেইটো এনভাইৰনমেন্টত সিহঁতি খাপ খাই যায়। কিন্তু এটা সময়ত কিবা পৰিস্থিতিত তেওঁলোকক যদি ধৰক কিবা এনিমেল কেয়াৰ চেণ্টাৰলৈ পঠিয়াই দিয়া হয়, তেতিয়া সেই জন্তুটোৰ মানসিক স্বাস্থ্যত প্ৰভাৱ পৰিব পাৰে নেকি? কাৰণ এনভাইৰনমেন্টেল চেঞ্জেছ would be a cause for mental health also.
So we actually get a lot of rescue calls. It's not even rescue calls, like the people are like, we are not no more able to take care of them. And it happens at the later years. If you see, according to the dog or cat, or like mostly in India we have like dogs, cats, and this rabbits, and mostly we get this for dogs and cats. So when they're at their ripe age, then people decide. So it is as like the reaction should be like the similarly when we send our parents or elder ones to a old age home. They're all of a sudden they're cut off from their family and everything they were used to. And this sense of territory is very strong for the pets. I think people will most people who are with the pets or who are in this thing, this work, they will understand that the animals, they mark their territories and they are very what do you say, like obsessed about their territories. So when you snatch this thing from them, they become very emotionally distressed, drained or stressed, you can say, and they will show different kind of reactions. We get a lot of calls like that, like we're no more able to, it is too old, it is constantly peeing or something, it's pooping everywhere, it is too old to work, so we cannot, could you please take care of it, we are not very used to taking care of such animals. So that is the thing, we get a calls like, but you cannot, the problem is that you cannot turn down these calls, because the moment you try, we try to educate, but if they're not educated, the thing that goes in their mind is, oh, these people are not listening to us, they're of no good, we'll just leave it to the streets. So we have to take it, and somewhere there is this positive and negative impact of like animal activism. I have seen this in current years. So the good part is, of course, this has risen. Okay, it wasn't there, like I was telling you at the start of our conversation, when I was a kid, it wasn't there, there were no NGOs or organized groups which could take care of. So now it has become, so now people know, they have this psychology that, okay, some organization is there, so we can really abandon them, we can just give it to them, and they feel like they're like they did a very good charitable work, that they did not leave it on, we informed this group, we informed sports show and so organization take out, so we are not doing anything bad, as if it does not have any emotions. Usko to bas रहने के लिए जगह चाहिए और खाना चाहिए. These people, they sometimes they would be like, will provide money for their food and their shelter, you take care of that. So just money and shelter, this food and shelter is not about everything, right? It's not all they need. They need love, they need care as much as we all need. So this cannot be like, how, no matter how much we love, this cannot be, what do you say, replaced by the thing he is actually used to. And puppies are a different thing, but at ripe age they are being taken, they're being snatched away from their territory. And I have seen mostly they spend half of their lives wondering where I have come, what do I do now, who are these people.
আৰু তেনেকুৱা জীৱ জন্তুৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আমাৰ তেওঁলোকৰ প্ৰতি যিটো যতন লোৱা পদ্ধতি বা যিটো প্ৰক্ৰিয়া, যিটো ট্ৰিটমেন্ট ৱেজ, সেইটো আমি চেঞ্জ কৰিব লাগে নেকি, যিবোৰ এডপ্টেড এনিমেলছ থাকে?
Okay, adopted in the sense, yeah, of course, for adopted animals, like there is this good trend also going on these days, like we get a lot of people who eventually adopt from our shelters and all as well. So with this pets, we have to be extra careful, because they have already seen very bad life. So if we could give them some pleasant things till the time they are on earth, it's a good thing, I guess, right? I mean, they need some extra care, because they do not trust people, especially the rescued ones. They do not trust people, they do not they have not seen a good life, they have always seen people mistreating them, or sometimes people will tie firecrackers on their tails, or throw certain toxic things on their skin which will burn, sometimes maybe hot water on some chemicals. During Holi also, we always campaign against it. If you're playing Holi amongst yourself, that is fine, you need not put that on the animal skin. It is not made for Bhagwan ji, unke liye nahi bana ke gaye ye Holi, so that you can put it on your dog and your pets and then you feel good about it. And then sometimes there are these videos also which surfaces, like someone will try to make their dog or their cat smoke or get those toxic things, maybe alcohol or something. So these are so bad actually. So they have seen those kind of life, and then they're rescued. So of course they need a lot of pamper, care, that thing which will again make them establish their what do you say, trust and faith in humanity, that there is good or there is God.
Definitely. আৰু এতিয়া আমি যেহেতু বৰ্তমান সময়ত আমি দেখিব পাইছো যে মানুহবোৰ যথেষ্ট সজাগ হৈছে, আৰু বহুতো এনিমেল ৱেলফেয়াৰ অৰ্গেনাইজেশ্যন জন্ম হৈছে, যিটো এটা পজিটিভ চাইন আমাৰ কাৰণে। কাৰণ তেওঁলোকক এটা সুকীয়া বেলেগকৈ আছুতীয়াকৈ তেওঁলোকক যত্ন লোৱা এখিনি উদাৰ মানসিকতাৰ মানুহ আমাক প্ৰয়োজন। গতিকে এনিমেল এক্টিভিষ্ট এজনে জানে যে এটা কুকুৰক কি খাব দিব লাগে, এটা মেকুৰীক কি খাব দিব লাগে, মানে ফুড হেৰিখিনি অভ্যাসখিনি, খাদ্য অভ্যাসখিনি তেওঁলোকে জানে। গতিকে মেণ্টেল হেল্থৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত পশু পক্ষীৰ তেওঁলোকক কিছুমান এৱাৰনেছ প্ৰগ্ৰেম এনিমেল এক্টিভিষ্টৰ কাৰণে প্ৰয়োজন নেকি? যেনেকে আমাৰ স্কুলত বা কলেজত আমাৰ মেণ্টেল হেল্থৰ প্ৰগ্ৰেম পতা হয়, তেনেকৈয়ে মানে এনিমেল এক্টিভিষ্টেও শিকাটো বেছি প্ৰয়োজন নেকি? মানে অকল তেওঁলোকৰ যত্ন লোৱাই নহয়, অকল খাবলৈ দিয়াটো।
We have to, I think all of us, we should, like all of us who feel for them, first to help them you have to feel. Otherwise you won't go for helping. The first thing we should feel. So when we're feeling that, yeah, there is a need to, take care of their feelings as well. So working with these organizations, for sure, I'll tell you, like we post, we create like this awareness posts, and okay, so through this social media thing is very effective these days. I think all these organizations and even us, so we try to reach out to as many people as possible. If you ever follow our page, you will get to see there are a lot of awareness posts, not just about their health, it's about their mental health also, how we should not mistreat them, not just physically but mentally also. So, and of course, men to men is also there. Like I think most of the animal activists or this NGO people, they will agree with me on this. We have a tendency, if we are in a maybe group or sitting somewhere, or we have gone out, we try to bring out a topic or something where we can educate or give some effective knowledge, or motivate them towards be empathetic towards these animals. So these are the things we do and we have been doing. And I think, like as I have said, everything is evolving day by day. So I think we also have a long way to go, long way to evolve, and put out these things in a more vivid way, so that people see these things. Yes, and animals do have emotional needs and they have to be taken care of. This concept has to be highlighted more, and we are working towards that.
এই ক্ষেত্ৰত কিমান বেছি সজাগ হ'ব লাগিব, মানে কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ পৰিকল্পনা হ'ব লাগিব, মানে ফিউচাৰ প্লানিং কি হ'ব লাগিব, মানে কাৰণ আজিকালি বহু মানুহে যদিও কিছুমানৰ মানে তেওঁলোক এটা এনিমেল ৱেলফেয়াৰ গ্ৰুপত জইন হৈ থাকে, তেওঁলোকে বিভিন্ন কথা নাজানে, এনিমেল ৰাইটছৰ বিষয়েও নাজানে, কিমান বেছি সজাগ হোৱাটো প্ৰয়োজন?
I think even the government has a role in that, right? They have to be more cooperative. They are at certain times, but certain times the help is not as much as it is actually needed. And then because we are trying our best possible ways to bring out those things. So yeah, of course there is proper planning and everything is needed. People have to come together, people have to what do you say, like join hands, or and I have seen another thing, which is, I will say, on and off activism. I'll explain about that. One day I feel super excited about being an animal activist, because maybe somehow I saved a pet or something, and in 2 months this goes off. This totally, I'm busy in my life and I have left this thing. So but in the meantime, like if I could have been a good activist, I could have saved so many other as well. So this I have come across a lot. I mean, I see a lot of people who are active one day and then they're again gone, and then they will be active maybe after 6 months. So I think this is a call for myself, for everyone. So if you have this feeling, if you have the gift of being empathetic towards animals, don't let it go, because you are special. Not everyone feels about, not everyone can feel about how these pets are feeling, or how these pets are should be taken care of. If you have this gift, use it. So we have to think about, we have to come join hands. And I think another thing should be kept in mind. If I don't know anything, okay, So I should not feel embarrassed about not knowing certain things. Like there is always a first day to everything. So if I don't know how to take care of a kitten or maybe newborn puppy or something, I can of course ask someone who had that experience. So we can together share and create something good, which would be, and we can pass it on, that information or that piece of knowledge. So we have to join hands, come together. And I'm really grateful to you, for this entire session. Like this is a very big thing. Like I don't know, even I would say, even if I could influence 5 people in maybe 5 years, I would think I have done my job, at least to some extent. Like we say, boon boon se hi sagar banta hai. Like if you talk to 10 people about this animal welfare, it is very likely that 9 people will ignore this, won't they won't give any heed to what you're talking about. But if you could influence even one person, that one person will, it's like a ripple you create, and then it goes on. Even if you could influence one person in your lifetime, that is also a good thing. So it is like that. You cannot give up just because, yeah, there are certain times we cannot save an animal, or we could not do anything. But you're not supposed to be, oh, this is not the end of the day. There are other babies who are still in need of our help. So you have to think that way. You cannot give up on day 1 or day 2 because you could not create that much of an impact.
খুব সুন্দৰ। যিসকলে আজি এনাজৰী চাই আছে তেখেতসকলৰ বাবে এই সেশনটো খুব বেছি তথ্যপূৰ্ণ হ'ব, ইনফৰ্মেটিভ হ'ব আৰু ইনস্পায়াৰেবল হ'ব। আৰু আমিও আশা কৰোঁ যে আমাৰ মাজৰ পৰাই এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ উদাৰ সৰল আৰু সবল ব্যক্তিত্বৰ মানুহ ওলাই আহক, যিয়ে মানুহৰ উপৰিও জীৱ জন্তুৰ প্ৰতি তেওঁলোকৰ আবেগবোৰ, সেই আবেগখিনি ধৰি ৰাখিব পাৰে, তেওঁলোকে অনুভৱ কৰিব পাৰে। মানুহে মানুহক অনুভৱ কৰাৰ উপৰিও যেতিয়া এটা কথা ক'ব নোৱাৰা, এক্সপ্ৰেছ কৰিব নোৱাৰা এটা জীৱক অনুভৱ কৰিব পাৰে, তেনেহ'লে সেইগৰাকী ব্যক্তি কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ব্যক্তি হ'ব আমি সকলোৱে অনুমান কৰিব পাৰোঁ। আমি আশা কৰোঁ যে এটা জীৱৰ বা এটা জন্তুৰ মানসিক স্বাস্থ্য যেনেকে সবল আমি কামনা কৰোঁ, ঠিক তেনেদৰে সেই জীৱ জন্তুৰ প্ৰতি কাম কৰি থকা প্ৰত্যেকগৰাকী ব্যক্তি যাতে সুস্বাস্থ্য আৰু মানসিকভাৱে খুব সবল হৈ থাকিব পাৰে, আমি তাৰে কামনা কৰোঁ। মোৰ ওচৰত এটা শেষ প্ৰশ্ন আছে, কিন্তু তাৰ পূৰ্বে যিসকলে চাই আছে তেখেতসকলৰ যদি কিবা প্ৰশ্ন আছে আমি এবাৰ চাই লওঁ।
আপুনি মোক কৈ দিয়া।
আপোনালোকৰ ওচৰত যদি কিবা প্ৰশ্ন থাকে বাইদেউ সুধিব পাৰে।
I think they're typing some questions, but if you could,
আমি অকণমান দেৰি ৰ'ব লাগিব টাইপ কৰিব। মোৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰোঁ, যদি কিবা প্ৰশ্ন আছে। এটা প্ৰশ্ন আছে।
I think I can see a lot of questions in the chat sections actually.
ঠিক আছে, মোৰ চাগে নেটৱৰ্কৰ কিবা অসুবিধা হ'ব পাৰে। আপুনি যদি প্ৰশ্নবোৰ দেখি পাইছে তেনেহ'লে উত্তৰ
just can you explain about colors that okay well, I'll start from the first. Obviously, can you explain the people use colors and throw? Yeah, a lot of people are asking about the colors actually. Colors and throw use toxic water. How does it actually affect them? Okay, so I'll come to that. These colors, as we know, these are bad even for the human beings. If you rub those colors in your face, you get rashes and everything the next day. And it is made for humans. How do you expect these things to go down well with these pets? Definitely no way. Their furs are compromised, their skin is, they will get itchy, they cannot complain. A lot of times it happens. This, of course, the chemical reactions are very bad. Sometimes they lose their hair, their body fur. Sometimes they will feel that itchiness very, very bad. They will scratch off their own, fur and everything, they will constantly feel something is burning, and you want to understand the thing, because this poor thing cannot, of course at first, why would you even put color if you have that conscience? So this is one thing. So I beg to people, I request to people, you want to play holy, you play holy. It is not bad, this culture is not bad. I'm not judging anyone or anything, but the thing is that just please keep away these babies from that thing. Please don't, you have to understand, these are not made for pets, these are not pet friendly things. So please don't put them on your pets or anyone's pet, or maybe the streets. And more often people actually do the, like the harshest part is, if someone puts it on their pets and something, they still have an option where it could be removed, like maybe which is staying at a home. But when you do it with a streety, there is no one to take care of that, he himself, and he has to, go through this trauma for a lot of days. And then you expect these animals to be friendly. You are not doing the friendly thing to them. How do you expect them to be friendly? I'll read the next question.
আৰু এটা প্ৰশ্ন আছে, don't you think there should be animal shelter for all the street animals in every street?
Okay, I'll come to again that question. And it is a very crucial, and this is like a dream of every animal activist or
Male
lover.
activist, yeah.
Yeah. Ask me anything or anything I would want desperately right now, and this would be the thing. And even in our prayers, we say, oh God, just give me the power so that I'm able to take care of all the treaties. But this is the thing, it is practically not possible on our part because of the resources. How much we can contribute and how much charity is being, received, that is not enough to run the shelter which will be capable of taking care of all the cities. So we have to be smart in that way. The first, another thing that I had, I think, mentioned once, the government has a very proactive role in this. It needs to, what do you say, highlight the things more. I don't see, much effort in that sector. Like I see a lot of things being done in other sectors where government is promoting, which are good things. So this is also a good cause, and I feel it could be done in a better way. And second thing, there are a lot of problems, like the cities, they give birth to a lot of litter around. So we could do mass neutering or something whenever it is possible. So it will at least, what do you say, it is lessening the population, it is lessening that impact where a baby is, forced to stay in a street. So that is the thing we have to. And I think, if I ask the question in a different way, like we're telling, shouldn't be there a shelter for every, streeties? Cannot we give at least shelter to one of the streeties? How is it? Or maybe like in certain societies I have seen, which is a very good thing, the neighbors, they're not exactly keeping at their homes, but they're taking care of these dogs, maybe 5 or 6 houses or a locality, they're taking care of all the, neighborhood dogs. They will feed them regularly, they will play, they'll allow them in the parks and everything. So I think this is another way. If you're a bit reluctant to keep it at their home, keep him or her at your home. So I can ask you the same question, and it would be a really, good world when we start doing. If we have the, resources and capability, and what do you say, the circumstances allow us, why not keep one baby at a time? And I think it will happen, because again, I'm telling you, it's the pressure is on all the NGOs and, animal activists. Like they are supposed to do something. We are trying, of course, we are trying, but you can also try. You can also try this much. Hum to aayenge, aap bhi thoda aage aao. And together we can make this, our dream. Like no animal should be streety, or no animal should be left in the cold. Or especially the winters are very, very bad. Even this summer, this scorching heat, they don't have places to go and hide, and so for this, I think even the winter chilly nights, they don't have places to sleep around. Even if we could give shelter in those hours of need, it is still a good thing. Any other questions?
আৰু আছে নেকি প্ৰশ্ন? Don't you think in every district government should provide a cremation to do the final rituals of our babies?
Thinking district government should provide a cremation place to do the final rituals. Yeah, that is very important thing. I think. Whosoever has asked, I would say like, okay, kudos to you for putting up that topic, because we come across this problem very often. People around us, they have a problem with cremating this. Then they're like, the ghost of these animals are gonna come and haunt us forever, and all that thing. People don't allow when they're even living, and let apart, keeping them or getting them cremated when they're dead. So like, we as an animal shelter or NGO, we face this a lot, because we get a lot of cases, and it is like this what do you say, rule of nature. Some of them will leave us, and we are at this what do you say, conjuncture. Well, we don't know what to do next. We have to find a place which is not bothering for others as well. So I think it is I urge the district government and everyone who is in power, who is capable of doing so, please, if you could look forward to that. If we could get a cremation place, it would be very nice for everyone, because like we have kept them, and we love them so much. You don't want to just put them in sewer or something. You just don't want to dispose it. It's not a baggage of waste. It had life at certain point of time. We want to respect him or her the way he was respected or loved before dying.
ধন্যবাদ। দৰ্শকে প্ৰশ্ন কৰাৰ উত্তৰ নিশ্চয় পাইছে। আপোনালোকে বিচৰা প্ৰশ্নৰ উত্তৰ নিশ্চয় বাইদেৱে আপোনালোকক দিব পাৰিছে। আৰু যদি কিবা প্ৰশ্ন আছে তেনেহলে সুধিব পাৰে, কিয়নো আমাৰ সময়ো প্ৰায় শেষ হৈ আহিছে। প্ৰশ্ন সোধাৰ আগতে আৰু এটা শেষ প্ৰশ্ন মোৰ ফালৰ পৰা কৰি লওঁ। মানে এনেকুৱা হয় যে যেতিয়া মানুহ কেতিয়া ডিপ্ৰেছনত বা হতাশাত ভোগে, যেতিয়া তেওঁলোকে ইনচিকিউৰিটি ফিল কৰে, তেওঁলোকে জীয়াই থাকিব পৰা যিখিনি ন্যূনতম প্ৰয়োজনীয় বস্তু মানুহৰ নাথাকে, তেতিয়া তেওঁলোক হতাশাত ভোগে বা তেওঁলোক চিন্তাত পৰে যে এইটো মই কৰিব নোৱাৰিম, এইখিনি মোক প্ৰয়োজন হ'ব, এইখিনি নহলে মই এইখিনি কৰিব নোৱাৰিম। ঠিক তেনেদৰে জীৱ জন্তুৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত ইনচিকিউৰিটি কেন বি দ্য কজ অফ ডিপ্ৰেছন অৰ
Yes, definitely. So not always a negative example. Now I'll give a very positive example. Like for an example, I already have a full grown dog which I raised from a puppy. Then I think of getting another one. So it is like our babies, like I hear stories. The elder sibling is usually jealous at first, and then eventually it starts being the most protective ones for the younger one. So it is similar one. So when we get a new pet, for an example, so that older one, the one I had raised before, it will be of course impulsive, it will be insecure, because they don't understand things in a way. Maybe they will be like, maybe okay, they have gotten a new one, they will feed it more, I will be abandoned, or I don't know what is going to happen to me. So at that time, you have to show that, buddy, I am still there for you. It is a friend, it is a new one, and I have started taking care of this new one, does not mean I will stop taking care of you. And how do you show it? So by spending time, showing care, petting them, loving them, playing with them. You show that I'm still doing the thing which I used to do before this thing came. So in a way, then they're assured, okay, this my life is fine, and here I have gotten another companion. So this is how you can assure that, okay, they are fine. So there, of course, their insecurities and these things are triggered when certain things happen. And hope you have heard a lot of stories about this famous Hachiko also. When the owner died, it could not let go of that thing. So it happens a lot of times with the pets, that when their owners are maybe no more in the world or has gone somewhere in the world, they think, okay, because for a dog it is said, the dog is a part of our world, but for a dog we are their world. So all of a sudden it's like, what is going to happen to me? My world has vanished all of a sudden. Where do I go? Where do I throw my tantrums? Where do I get the snuggles? Where do I show my love? Who do I live? Who do I talk to? Because dog is man's best friend, and dog thinks the man is his best friend or her best friend. So that's the thing we have to assure at that time. Yeah, that is triggered certain times. Insecurities are there, but again, who are gifted, who understand that, yeah, they feel pain, please do console them, do show that no, they are not alone, and you will be taking care of them.
ধন্যবাদ ইমান সুন্দৰকৈ ইমানখিনি কথা খুব কম সময়ৰ ভিতৰতে আমি যদিও ইমান কম সময়ৰ ভিতৰতে গোটেইখিনি আমি সামৰিব নোৱাৰিছো আমি আশা কৰিম যে ভৱিষ্যতে আপোনাক পুনৰ এইখন মঞ্চতে পাওঁ অতি সোনকালে আৰু যদিও ব্যস্ততাপূৰ্ণ সময় তথাপিও আমালৈ অকণমান সময় উলিয়াব আৰু নতুন বিষয়ৰ সৈতে আপোনাক পুনৰ লগ পোৱাৰ আশা ৰাখিছো আৰু দৰ্শকৰ আৰু প্ৰশ্ন যদি আছে তেনেহলে আমি ক্ষমা প্ৰাৰ্থী যে আমাৰ ওচৰত সময় কমি আহিছে আমি পুনৰ আপোনালোকৰ খুকুজাসমূহ দূৰ কৰিবলৈ অপৰ্ণা বাইদেউক পুনৰ আপোনালোকৰ কাষলৈ লৈ অনাৰ চেষ্টা কৰিম
Nalini, thank you so much, and thanks to Anna Jodi for this entire session, and I mean it when I'm being grateful, when I say that I'm grateful for this session. And when I'm talking to you, and it's like when we share an experience, you create new ones, they say. And when I'm talking to you about certain solutions, then I'm thinking, okay, it could be bettered in that way as well. So I'm really grateful and thankful to you for this session, and everyone who has joined here, and everyone for their questions.
ধন্যবাদ সকলোলৈ আন্তৰিক অভিনন্দন আৰু ধন্যবাদ আৰু কৃতজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন কৰি আপোনালোক সকলোকে শুভৰাত্ৰি জনাই আজিৰ এই অনুষ্ঠান সামৰণি মাৰিছো
Thank you so much.
ধন্যবাদ